Hey guys, Chris here with a new deck profile. I'm not quite sure if I've uploaded this before, but from what I know, this is my first time uploading a ritual-based deck profile. I've had the deck almost complete for the past month or so, probably a little bit more. I haven't had actual much tournament play. This is just a rogue variant or option, really. There's no real meta in this deck. It's a really old deck. This is just my take on it. I'll slightly explain my card choices and why I'm using them. Also, I'm not running hand traps, but there's some options to put hand traps in. Okay, so I'm running for the Tamers 3 Elder. You have to run 3 Elder. It lets you normal summon twice. 1 Wen and 1 Laura. They serve their purposes as names. You don't really get their actual effects off. Maybe like Laura, or I think, because when you link summon, you can just bring them back, or bring a card back. 3 Winda. Winda is one of your better like defenders. When it's destroyed by battle, you can special summon a ritual beast from extra deck or from your main deck. So like you can tag out and summon her, and then her effect will bring out like a Petalfin, ulti Petalfin. Last Tamer, we're running 2 Zephyr and Pilica. Zephyr and Pilica is just Lara. She can special, or yeah, it's a girl. She can special summon from the graveyard. Also Spiritual Beast Tamer, like they have they're both Tamers and Beast. You know what I mean. Either way, they serve as names, and it's nice that they're 2 names for both of them. Also, your monster count for this, or my monster count for this, isn't as big. It's like 18 monsters, and that's kind of typical for ritual beasts, I would think. For the actual beasts, 3 Conahawk, you have to run 3 Conahawk. Its literal effect is Gold Sarcophagus. A lot of builds that I've seen run Gold Sarc, but I don't. One of the more experienced builds that I've seen don't run it, and I completely agree why. He just gets your main cards and you're banished. 3 Rampengu. Rampengu, it gets 2 cards, technically. You can banish 1 from your extra deck, and then banish or send to the graveyard a monster with the same typing as the banished monster. If you had your Macrocosmos or Defissure out, it's basically the same as Conhawk. Last beast we're running are 1 Paleo and 1 Petalfin. Paleo is really good because you can recycle cards in your graveyard, and Petalfin, it's just a name. It's a cool effect to banish a card in your hand to get rid of a monster in field, but it never comes up. And when it does, it's kind of odd, and you have to like play around cards. So for spell cards, we are running 2 Brain Research Lab and 1 Oracle of Zephyr. We want to normal summon twice as fast as possible, so Brain Research Lab lets us normal summon a Psychic in addition to our normal summon, which is really nice. It also gains counters. From what I know, is for the amount of counters it has when it's destroyed, you take 1,000 or so life for each. I'm not sure. I don't want to read it. Oracle of Zephyr, all it does is search for Zephyr and Pilica, which is just another monster name, and which is really nice. We run 2 Terraforming. A lot of people don't run Terraforming at 2 anyway for this because it's kind of a brick, but I see it like this. If you open one of either field spell and a Terraforming, you get a search and a normal summon, but you really just want to normal summon twice as fast as you can. 2 Called and 2 Desires. Called by the Grave is going second or going first. It doesn't matter. You never want to go second with this deck, as from what I can tell. I don't have hand traps, like I said, but Called by the Grave is good in any deck nowadays. and Desires is consistency. Last spell, like real spell, is Emergency Teleport. It gets another name on field, but it special summons the monster. So the monster can only be special summoned once because of all ritual beasts have that effect. 1 defissure and 1 macro. Defissure turns your Rampengu into a Foolish Burial, well, not a Foolish Burial, but a Gold Sark. And macro is macro. It's beautiful against dinosaurs, and like it's also really good against Sky Striker. I had to think of the name. For main traps, we're running 2 Torrential, a Solemn Judgment, Solemn Strike. These are the main like non-archetype trap cards that I'm running. Torrential. If you have a Ritual Beast or like a ulti Ritual Beast, you respond to their summon. They normal summon or special summon. You can tag out on their summon, activate Torrential. It destroys all the monsters on the field except for this. Then you get your monsters that you tag out. So like everything's destroyed except for the monsters you tag out, which is really nice. Judgment is Strike because negation is really good. I'd run 2 Strike, but I literally just pulled these in the new BLLR. I'd run a 2nd Strike maybe with the Judgment, but that's too much life, and especially going with the new time rules, I wouldn't do that. For the Ritual Beast cards, you run 3 Steeds, 2 Ambush, and 2 Bond. Steeds is by far one of the best cards in this deck. You have to have Steeds going first. If you can't go into Steeds, you're kind of gonna have to try to protect yourself some other way. Also, Droll Lockbird really hurts this deck, but you search for Steeds with Conahawk. Steeds will pop cards on the field, monster cards on the field, equal to the amount of Ritual Beasts you control. And it's non-targeting, which is really nice. Ambush is targets 2 spiritual beasts in grave and or banished and summons them. And Bond gets you your ulti Gaia Paleo for free. That's my main deck. For extra deck, very standard. It's actually not really much of an extra deck. It's just what you really need to play. I don't have money to buy a lot of cards. 1 ulti Conahawk, 2 ulti Petalfin, 3 ulti Paleo, 1 ulti Gaia Paleo, 3 ulti Kumi Falcos. Falcos is really nice because it gets you that 2nd summon or 3rd summon. What you would do is normal summon your Elder Conahawk. Conahawk does its thing. Then Link. When you link, you can banish a card in your grave, and then you get another normal summon immediately after you banish a card. So you banish one of the link materials, and you already have a Conahawk and you're banished, so you get cards off. Decode. I've never gone into Decode. It's just there. Phyrexi's. Lightning Chidori, because it's all wins. Tornado, because Tornado is really good. Best Dweller for Goki. Baguska, because Baguska. I don't have much for extra deck, like I said. So that's all. This is my profile. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. All that shameless plug stuff. Oh yeah, also, I do have another Pendulum Magician build. Comment down in the description if you guys want to see it. It's not running the Mythical Beast engine, which is why I haven't uploaded it quite yet. But until then, I will. I'm just working on it. Other than that, thanks for watching. I'm signing out.